Hi everyone, Claire Maxwell here at Embodied Learning Systems. I'm making this video today to share with you some of my recent explorations applying the work I do, which is embodiment in the Alexander technique, helping people stay mobile in their bodies and free in their bodies so that they don't have to shut down both physical sensation and emotion as underlying supports throughout their day. So, we all have to shut down sometimes, and it's been a little stressful lately in our beautiful world. So today's video is going to take you through a 3-step process, a practice, where we tap into 2 very powerful cranial nerves that provide an indirect way into your breathing. And then we're going to invite an easy awareness of the support of the earth, which is related to the vast expanse of the sky. So down and up, which you can become aware of right now. You can feel it in your body where down is, and down is related, so up is just directly away from down. And what's interesting is that you can't always see up, but you know where it is. So it's kind of a 6th sense or a 7th sense. So we're going to tap into those 3 keystones today. And this is just a taste of what I'm going to be doing in my Better Boundaries workshop coming up. So you're going to need some props. It's July, so I have my little beach blanket here. I'm on the floor today because I feel like we all need to get down on the ground, get grounded. And I also have a little prop that has a good smell. So if you have something there at home that's made out of natural material like wood, sometimes even books are made out of paper that has a smell, or a plant or something that you can get easily. Go grab that. And you've already figured out this is not a 3-minute video. It's going to be a little bit longer. Okay. So we're going to start to tap into our breathing by smelling. So just let your breathing be ordinary, the way it is, and bring your object right under your nose so you don't have to struggle to get to it. You don't even have to breathe deeply. You just keep breathing. It's amazing how these little molecules, the chemicals that come from this material, there's some paint on it too, paint and wood, kind of permeate on the most gentle, little tiny inhale. So it's not a big inhale when you smell. You don't have to take a big gulp. Just a tiny, tiny inhale. And give yourself the gift of as much of an exhale as you have in your system. And whenever you're done with that, you can put your object down and just place your hand on your chest. And through your own skin, you might begin to be able to feel the movement of your lungs inside your back. They're behind your heart, So you might feel that movement of when they empty your chest and all the organs in front of them soften a little. And there's a kind of a buoyancy when they expand and a softening when they empty. And so as you're sitting there on the ground, just to feel this movement, it's no big deal, but it stimulates your vagus nerve, which will help rebalance your state of excitation. And you may begin to feel that this movement changes your relationship to the ground, that there is a kind of a softening into the ground and a coming up out of the ground. Mostly it's kind of like a wave because most of the time our inhale is a little shorter than our exhale, and so it's like a wave that kind of comes up and settles you down, and comes up and settles you down. And so there's a kind of an up and downness to this movement. So to finish, I'll leave you with this. We're going to go to our tar beach, or wood beach here. And I just want you to lie down on your back and notice how this changes your relationship. I want to be on camera. It changes your relationship to up and down. There's so much more. Ooh. Well, we can see up, we can see straight up into the sky. Maybe you can imagine the sky above your building if you're inside. And we can begin to feel that breath motion in the back body, affecting the bones of the back body. No need to control the rhythm of your breathing, but just really to enjoy the exhale and how it has a little buoyant relationship with the inhale, your inhale. And everybody breathes at a different rhythm. And what you can begin to do if you feel like moving a little bit is to release your hands into the up on an exhale. And release your hands into the down on an exhale. Waiting for the in-breath and moving on the out-breath, just for fun, just to be patient with yourself. And you can do the same with your legs, so waiting for an exhale to bring a leg up. And waiting for an exhale to place your foot down. And what's so interesting is that on the exhale, we can kind of root down the whole body. Through that sensation of breathing. And now, if you wait for an exhale to roll over, and get your hand on the floor and finish that breath. Let your head rest. There's a little up and then a downward push to sit up. And every time you breathe, you're refreshing your relationship to your support. It's so helpful just to have a reliable way to stay rooted in yourself. Okay? So peace and love. If you would like to see some beautiful images and more visual material related to this particular video and the 3 elements of it, the first cranial nerve, which is smell, the vagus, which is a huge nerve that does bring you visceral sensation. Go ahead and sign up for my newsletter or check out the information in the box below. And maybe you'll be interested in the workshop coming up on July 25th. There's not a lot of spots left, so I hope you'll check it out if this interests you. Better Boundaries Workshop. Peace and love. Bye now.